What is going on, Maximum fans out there? And today, we finally have Maximum Football news. So without further ado, let's get into this rather large development update. They dropped this, which is Developer Note Episode 8. And let's go ahead and read it. And it says, "What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Maximum Football Development Diary." It says that it feels like it's been 100 years since our last video, but we've been grinding to make Maximum Football a true American football simulation video game. And what I like about that sentence right there is it says that they're going and grinding to make Maximum Football a true American football simulation video football game. Then they go on to say, with so much worked on since our last update, let's get into the massive update about AI, animation, physics, dynasty, customization, multiplayer, SFX, VFX, and so much more. And the first thing that they got into, and this has kind of been something that a lot of people out there have been harping about, that they don't like how it's looking with the animations and everything. They're trying to nail down right now the nuts and bolts, the actual engine, which is going to make this thing go around. So what it says is gameplay, the core focus. And it says, from day one, our top priority has been authentic gameplay. It's all about creating a realistic football experience at every position. Getting basic football mechanics correct has been our goal. And I have been in the playtest, and I can tell you, it might not look all that pretty, but the fundamentals of football are there. And I want to remind you that we are in alpha mode. Every build that I have gotten my hands on, I have seen massive improvement. I wish I could tell you like where it's at, but believe me, you would not be disappointed. So then it goes on to talk about blocking. It says, there have been extensive improvements in the blocking game, including the addition of pull blocks, downfield blocks, and open field blocks. Blockers can double team a defender when needed and then detach from the double team to target a new defender when the new threat is detected. Along with that, here are the other updates that are included. Smart dynamic blockers, size and attributes matter. No 3 or 4 person scenes that lock into players going into animations like other football games, hint, Madden. Real-time adjustments, avoiding pre-made animation scenarios. That's very important. They're focusing on the offensive and defensive line. Yeah, I mean, as we all know, that's what makes a game go round. Like wonky or incorrect gameplay at the line of scrimmage can make for a pitiful football experience. The next thing that they went into was passing. We've added realistic QB styles from pocket passing to throw on the run style QBs. So you're going to get all those different types of animations, the different looks from the different styles of quarterbacks. You're going to see a variation from what you've seen in previous gameplay videos. It also goes on to say that Maximum Football's advanced AI helps to identify open receivers and allows QBs with certain attributes to throw with more accuracy and power. The next thing they went into was catching. We've enhanced receiver attributes to help determine everything from how the receiver handles being pressed to how well the receiver can catch the football. This dates back to a dev diary from months ago where they showed us the dynamic route running. And all of these pieces that they have been working on for so long are finally starting to fall into place. And then it goes on to say that receivers can now adjust routes on the fly when passes are inaccurate or contested. We've also added hundreds, think about this, hundreds of catching animations. The running game was not untouched. Once again, dates back to another dev update that we had from almost close to a year now, here in a couple months, which demonstrated, I think the dev diary was called The Mind of a Running Back. And this says, for the running game, we've added the following mechanics. Smooth, responsive ball carrier mechanics, and they are smooth. AI-led gap identification, even in chaotic situations. So that's good in itself for, once again, the offensive and defensive line play. Differentiated moves for power backs, stiff arm truck versus Speedbacks with spin and juke. That's just a staple for football video games. And then my favorite on defense. And they say on the defensive side of the ball, we've made the following adjustments. Improved man and zone coverage AI, and it was already good. Players have been where they're supposed to be. Defensive gap assignment for the AI, advanced pre-snap adjustments, audibles, and player positioning, attribute-driven play prediction and reaction, and physics tackles. They polished those. They look 1,000 times better. And to end it all out, they go on to say that we've also worked on a number of non-gameplay specific updates, including Dynasty Mode, RPG-like progression mechanics, player, coach, and facility upgrades, realistic recruiting battles, scouting and player development, control every financial aspect from ticket pricing to merchandise and concessions, dynamic player and coach attributes that impact recruitment and gameplay, extensive customization, league setup, season length, playoff bracket size, custom conferences, custom team imports, and player customization. The part where the game really shines, customization. They've made upgrades to team customization, advanced player customization, hair, body style, equipment, tattoos, and more. And customization sharing. It's a lot akin to how the sharing system works in WWE 2K. If you know how that file share works, you'll be right at home with Maximum Football. And also they've worked on multiplayer, which they just got out of a multiplayer test, which involves online ranking system on unranked online games and ranked online games. Now, this has been quite a large update, and for all those who are just harping for gameplay, it will be coming when it's ready. And I think they kind of learned a lesson just from that crowd. The game is nowhere near close to where it's going to be when it's released into early access. I can tell you right now, it is extremely, extremely close. But until next time, this has been Smokin' Jay, and I will see you either in the ring or on the field.